Hello. It's been a hot second, hasn't it? It's Romania Black. And yeah, I gotta do one more Blue Lock video. I needed to do one more Blue Lock video because it's gonna be a while before the movie. It's gonna be a while before season 2. And at the end of episode 24, spoilers, we're gonna talk about the end of episode 24. So if you have not watched all of Blue Lock season 1, go to my reactions, go to my channel, check it out. But if you have, we're gonna talk about episode 24. At the very end of episode 24, we get revealed the top 35 left in Blue Lock. We started with 300, started from the bottom, now we're here, and we're on the top 35 now going into season 2. So before we start, just before y'all parade the comments, I want to say one quick thing. I have been told by Discord that the movie is about Nagi. That's all I want to know. That's it. I don't want to know anything else. I don't want to watch the previews. I know it's coming out this year. I am sure that by fall, late summer, fall, it'll probably be streaming on a platform, and then I will watch it as we wait on season 2. So that's really exciting. I've also been told some information about the ages of some of our players, as well as their voice actors of some of the new players that have entered the arena as of episode 24. So real quick, I want to talk about the ages. Thank you, of course, to Wim and Moon, who have been providing voice actor and information, as well as have been moderating this entire season. I know Wim has done an amazing job of checking comments, making sure I wasn't spoiled, and whenever Wim couldn't do it, Moon stepped in to help. So thank you both so much. I really appreciate it. But who knew that Reen Itoshi was the youngest, practically, of the group? Now, Nico is especially young. Nico and Naruhaya, but Naruhaya, gone. Dead to us, gone, never to be seen again. But Nico is technically the youngest on the field right now of the group that we know of. He's only 15, so he's a first year. Which Nico kind of gives off a vibe of like the youngest sibling, so I could totally see that. And then Reen is like that younger sibling that wants to act like the. I feel like Reen is more mature than Sai from based on what we've seen. So Reen is that younger sibling that's like, oh my god, my older brother is so immature. I am so better. Like they're polar opposite spectrums, right? So we have that. Asagi is technically a 16-year-old, second year. We have Asagi, Chigiri. They're both second years. Kunigami was a second year. We're not going to mourn him. We will not mourn him. It is over, done, shall not be missed. In the words of Lanny Pator, shall not be missed. Nope. I'm going to just treat Blue Lock like a Nuzlocke from now on, so that once someone's kicked out, they shall not be missed. We'll mourn them for a hot second, play Celine Dion, play Sarah McLachlan, and then we'll let them go. So there. Good. Yep, but Chigiri is a second year, Asagi is a second year, Zantetsu is a second year, Raichi, Reo, Bachira, Igarashi, as well as Loki, and then as well as Nagi, they are all second years, and Kira was, but will not be missed. So then that leaves our third years, who we have, Baro is a third year, not surprising. Ryusei, who is this new asshole, he's a third year, go figure. Imamura, RIP, was a third year. Tobito, my new fave, we're going to talk about him, is a third year. The Wanima brother is a third year. Sai is a third year. Jujubee, Ryu, Cone and Lemon were third years. And then Eita, which we'll get into, they are a third year. And then Gin and Aoshi is a third year as well. And then here's my thing. This is what got me, because we talked about the ages of some of the characters that are not on Blue Lock. Ego is 30. He's a little bit younger than me. Henri is only 21. Our girl Henri, she just got out of the internship. She just got this job, landed it. She has more maturity and organization and self-sufficiency in this pinky than a 30-year-old man does. So I'm like, Ego, get your shit together. Ego would be lying like in a blanket somewhere in a ditch if it wasn't for Henri. I guarantee it. He'd be in like a abandoned soccer field in a mud puddle, but Henri would like pick him up, roll him out of there, you know. Also the Hirotoshi guy that he is currently like having the rivalry with outside of the Blue Lock facility. He's 62, so dude, you're taking on a guy half your age. What the heck? And then we have the ages of the players that we're in our top 5 Fab 5 team from around the world. Loki obviously is 17. We established that. But Baby Freckles is the second youngest at 23. Adorable. Love it. What a mature 23-year-old. Adam Blake is not that much older than Baby Freckles. I was like, oh, Adam Blake is 26. I thought Adam Blake was at least 30, but no, he's 26 years old. Luna is a year older at 27, but 26, 27 is about the same age. And then Dada is 28. So it's really interesting that Blake, Luna, and Silva are all like 26 to 28. I'm curious if Ego played in the past, if Silva or Luna played with him or played like in the same circuit, because they're kind of around the same age. Now, Baby Freckles and Blake might be a little bit too young to be in the same circuit as Ego, but I feel like Luna and Silva might know Ego more than just like getting a hookup and getting a million yen check. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. I'm like, interesting. But yeah, so those ages are really cool. I appreciate them. We'll also talk about voice actors. And I brought out Whiteboard Coon because I want to talk about who I think is going to make it into our... We technically are going to have a match against the U20s, which are the under 20s, featuring our boy Sayatoshi, which he's under 20, so it makes sense, versus our 11 of Blue Lock. And I say 11 of Blue Lock because it makes sense that you'd have, of your 35, you're going to be selecting your team of 11. So we need to narrow down the competition just a wee bit. So we're going to have on here our spots of who I think are going to make it and narrow that down, shall we? And these are going to be in no particular order because there's no particular order. Just like we have basically all strikers at this point, it's not like catcher, pitcher, and then you go down a series of baseball positions. No, they're all strikers. So really, it's just the top 11 that I think are going to make it. So let's go ahead and start out with our team. The first team to get through, the team that's going to be a focus next season, and that is our team of Rin, Aryu, Tokimitsu, aka Toki, Bachara, and Asagi. Now, here's my thing. I think of this crew, I mean, Rin's getting through. It's Rin and Sai. The brotherly rivalry, he's getting through. He's the best player out of everybody in that building right now. I think Rin is a no-brainer of who's getting through to the next round. Now, that leaves who else from this team might make it. I think Asagi, obviously, he's our main character. He's going to make it onto the team. I think that won't be a problem. I think that if you don't make the top 11, you are not making it to the next stage of Blue Lock. I think that this team, it's going to weed out. We're going to cut our team nearly in half and weed out, because the overall goal at the end of the day was to have a top 5, if we recall, that was going to be introduced into the U20s. So I think narrowing it down to 11 in season 3 and then narrowing it down to even less than that, these selections are going to hurt. It hurt losing Kunigami. It hurt losing Lemon and Cone and Imamura and Naruhaya. It really hurt losing Kunigami. So I was like, it's only going to get worse from here. So yikes. But yeah, the big question though is, what about Bachara? Is Bachara going to make it through? Because that would be a pretty terrifying thing if Asagi and Rin, who really liked Bachara, suddenly didn't have him. We're going to put Bachara on the map for now. We're going to put them over here on this side and go from there. But yeah, I think Bachara will. Now here's my thing. Over in the RIP section that I've just created, do I think Aryu and Toki are making it through? I don't think so. I don't know. Here's my thing. I feel like Aryu and Toki... Here's my thing with Toki. Toki is neurotic and a funny character, but really his anxiety is a major hindrance and a major drawback. And I'm like, is that anxiety going to like come back and bite you? Because honestly, against the top 5, Toki didn't do much. Adam Blake just went bloop and like yeeted him across the field. I don't think Toki's going to make it. So I don't think Toki's going to go. And I feel like I don't think Aryu is either. I feel like Aryu has served their purpose in being glam. And I just don't think... I think that Aryu is the best behaved and the best personality out of that trio. And like our bubblegum highlighted suntan freak said, this place ain't got no room for kind hearts. So I think that Aryu is not going to make the cut. I love Aryu. I would love for Aryu to make the cut, but I am already preparing in my heart of hearts for him not to make it. So we'll see. Again, this video you all can save and just make clips of and come back to when I'm proven woefully wrong. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Then we had the next team, which was Nagi, Baro, Chigiri, Tsurugi, and Kiora. So Nagi and Baro and Chigiri clawing their way back up from the depths of despair. I just love the black aura that comes off of them. Mainly it's Baro that it's coming off of, but I really love that. Now, do I think that Baro is going to make it into the top 11? Yes, I think Baro is, and I primarily think that because, one, they are literally the illustrator's favorite character to draw. So I think that has an impact. I think it does. But also, I feel like it's just, I don't know. I just feel like it makes sense for them to be here and to be in the top 11. Plus, there's so much you can do with Baro, and his character has some great motifs. I think Nagi is going to possibly, I don't know, we're going to put Nagi over here with Bachara. I believe Nagi will make the cut. I think Nagi will make it. I think Chigiri will as well. I put a little hesitancy on Chigiri, a little wee bit of hesitancy, only because I really thought Kunigami was making it through, and it wasn't enough. They didn't have enough in them to be the world's top striker. I worry about Chigiri a little bit because we didn't get a lot of them at the end of season 2, so I'm worried that they're going to kind of fall in the same boat as Aryu and be like, not going to make it. So I'm hoping that they do, though. I really want Chigiri to get some more development, and Chigiri's fabulous, so we'll see. But as for the two other characters of their team that made it through, we have a character that looks like he's from Psycho-Pass, Kiora Jin, and then we have Zantetsu that looks like Tsukishima, Kasamatsu, and Rei had a love child together from 3 different sports animes combined. I like Zantetsu. I'm glad Zantetsu's here. I feel like there's going to be like a fun little reunion between Nagi and Zantetsu. Do I think Zantetsu's making the top 11? No. I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm going to put it on here because Zantetsu and Chigiri, they kind of had beef back in season 1. So the question is going to be, I feel like there's going to be a rivalry between Chigiri and Zantetsu to see who's going to get that spot because they both have very similar abilities. I want to say that Chigiri is going to be the one to do it. I think Chigiri is going to be the one to overcome Zantetsu, but I feel I'm making the prediction in season 2 that there's going to be a little bit of contention between the two of them and their abilities. And I think Chigiri is going to win it out, and I don't think Zantetsu is going to make it, but we'll see. But yeah, Jin, I don't see him making it through. He's just too plain. He looks too plain. He has that 21 rank, but that doesn't do much for me, so no. So then, with the new characters, to me, I think that it's not a spoiler, but let's be real, y'all. We got some characters with some voice actors that have been attached to them, and they're somewhat known voice actors. Even if they don't make the top 11, they're still going to have some screen time. Our first one is Ada. We got his age listed, so that has to be of some relevance, right? And Ada literally looks like one of those characters that you did like the make your own Blue Lock character generators. And I feel like he's just like a generic character that you made. You're like, I want to add myself a green stripe to my hair and give myself lime green eyes and a green undercut. He's literally a Blue Lock generator character. He's cursed me for dissing him. But yeah, Ada, his character has just a very weird design. I don't know how I feel about it. I personally don't like his design at all. I think it looks like a generator one. It just feels uninspired. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I will say, though, their voice actor is Kengo Kawanishi. So his voice actor is the same voice actor as Roland from Quesadilla Vanitas. Asagiri from Dr. Stone, Tokito from Demon Slayer, and Ritsu Soma from Fruits Basket. So he's a pretty well-known voice actor. I don't know if I see him going in the top 11. We're gonna put him down here in the maybe category. I'm gonna put Zantetsu on the maybe, and I'm gonna put Ada on the maybe. I feel like Ada might give somebody a run for their money in season 2. Like, he's gonna challenge someone and be somewhat of a competition. Do I see him making it into the top 11? Nah, maybe he'll give Nagi a run for his money or something. I don't know. I don't personally get the vibe that he's going to make top 11. No. Then we have this snake man who does not talk, Himizu Aiki. He looks like a Demon Slayer character. He looks like he worked for the Wind Hashira or the Snake Hashira. He looks like he's been around the block, or he's been understudying for Orochimaru in Naruto, but I don't see him. I feel like he has like a funky design. Let me just forewarn you guys, the ones that have monochromatic designs of same eye, same hair color, they're not getting very far in my book. I just don't see it. I think their designs are too plain. So we're going to put Aiki over here. Yeah, I just don't see it. I'm like, nah, nice try, but I don't foresee. One that I do foresee making the top 11 is this mofo, Kinyu. As soon as Yukimiya Kinyu showed up with his glasses and innocent look in his eyes, I'm like, oh, here's Cone fully realized. Here's Cone 2.0 that is not going to backstab his team, but is also a bitch you can't trust. I'm like, no way. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. I'm like, no, bitch is going to be hardcore terrifying, I'm sure. He's voiced by Takuya Eguchi, who voices Lloyd Forger and Akihiko from Given. And let me just say, if you've not watched Spy Family and you've not watched Given, Akihiko and Lloyd Forger are two characters that you don't underestimate at all. So I'm like, oh, he's voicing them. Okay, yeah, no, I'm putting Kinyu on here. Kinyu is definitely making the top 11, I feel. He just seems like one that I'd want to watch. And I'm very intrigued by his character, so I'm kind of all about him so far. Then we have, speaking of Dr. Stone, Yuzu Haruhiko. No. He looks like a leak. He looks like Yashiro from Hanako-kun and Sinju from Dr. Stone, like their love child. Yeah, no, he's definitely Yashiro from Hanako-kun's like long lost cousin. No, Yuzu, I'm putting them up here. I do not see them making it on. Fun design. I can't fault it for having a fun design, but it just, nah, too timid. Too timid looking. Not seeing it. No. Then we have my boy, Tobito. Now, Tobito was my favorite. Look at I didn't notice this in the reaction. I didn't notice this till I went back and took these screenshots. He doesn't just have purple hair. He has mother truckin' purple ombre hair. He has ombre hair, bitches. I'm here for it. I'm like, yes. And he has the beauty mark. He looks like he could take exactly what Baro dishes out. I'm already crack pairing him with Baro. I'm already into it. That smile, he's like, hello, who needs greetings, you schmoes? I am all about it. And he's voice acted by Makoto Furukawa, who does the voice of Sherlock from Moriarty's Patriot, Taiju from Dr. Stone, and Ray from 86. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and plus we know that they're a third year from the age sheet. I'm like, yeah, you're making it. So Tobito, I think Tobito's going to make it into the top 11. I think so. I love Tobito. I already want to just watch more of his character right off the bat. Then the next group is the group that I call They Are Fodder. I talked about in the reaction, I thought Akira might make the top 11, but going back and rewatching it, I love their design. They look like a tiger. They have the tiger eyes. They have the orange and black hairdo, but because they didn't talk, they didn't say a word, I think that they're just going to be fodder. I think I'll put them down a maybe because I think there might be some potential. They have a cool design. Maybe they'll do something, but I just don't see much. I like his character's design a lot, but I have a feeling they'll be like, hiss, orange, Kunigami, get that out of here. And not want to, they don't want to remember that. Then we have He-Man, aka Taiga. He looks like a cross between the He-Man from the Heya meme, and he looks like he probably belongs on Vinland Saga. It's that monochromatic, yellow on yellow. Monochromatic like that, it's just not going to work. So I don't think Taiga's going to make it, which is unfortunate, but I think he's just going to be a pretty face. Then we have the human embodiment of Tangela, which is Haiji Shizuka, who looks like a paper mache nightmare. And you know what? Little feathery hair, the gray hair, but I don't know. They're ranked 19. They look like they might put up an interesting like presence because they're kind of like making themselves look mysterious, but I don't see them getting into the top 11. We'll put them down here under they've piqued my interest, but I don't think they're going anywhere. Nah. Then we have Illumini's cousin from Hunter x Hunter, which is our double birthmarked Hiragi Reiji. They have like the dead eyes like Mayuzumi from Kuroko's Basketball. They have a very plain look. Here's my problem. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ryu's. Maybe they seem the most glam out of some of these new fresh faces. So maybe Ryu and Reiji will have some fun moments where they're talking about how glam each other are. But I just don't see, again, somebody's got to give Ryu a run for their money. I don't see Reiji making the top 11. No, don't see that at all. But they have a cool design. I like it. And then we have, okay, Nanase Nijiro is purple-eyed Asagi. Does no one else see this? This is literally depressed. This is Asagi on Xanax. This is depressed Asagi who got forced to go do Taekwondo when he was 6, had to put on a headband, and never took it off because he was too lazy to do so. He looks like he'd rather be anywhere else. And I don't know if he's going to be like a Toki situation. What it reminds me of is in My Hero Academia, there is a character from one of the alternate schools that looks exactly like the protagonist Deku, that like he somehow made like the top 10 of the popularity polls one year only because he looked like Deku for no other reason. Everybody was just like, let's vote for him. I feel like Nanase is exactly like that. And plus he's also part related to Haru from Free. So swimming didn't work out. So we're trying soccer instead. But I don't see Nijiro. I feel like Nijiro is going to be one of those characters that like fades into the background, or in a fun twist, he offers like some competition to Asagi. The character that looks like Asagi offers Asagi a competition. We'll see where that goes. But yeah. So then we have Nico. I think Nico's going to make the top 11. I do. I think Nico's going to make it. Here's my problem. I'm already at 9 people. I only have 2 left. This is a problem. Like, damn it, no. I think Nico, here's my thing. Either Nico's going to make it or he's a maybe. We're going to put him in both for right now. I'm going to take Zantetsu off for now. Keep Shigiri up there. I'm going to put Nico on there for now because I really like Nico's character and we didn't get to see a lot of out of this season. So I'm hoping Nico gets to prove himself. He is really young. But Rin is young too, so we can't pull that against him. But I'm excited to see more of Rin. Yukio, Ishikari Yukio is basically like bargain bin Baro. They have the exact same hairstyle, except he looks like he's less stressed out and mad at the world. But I don't think Yukio's going anywhere. I think he's just there. Even though he's ranked 13, rank means nothing at this point because like some of the higher ranks are, I mean, Baro's ranked 18, but he's got through first over him, so whatever. Then we have Hiyori Yo, super pretty. He's like the butterfly, the blue periwinkle butterfly to Bachira's yellow bumblebee, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I don't think Yo's going. I think he's RIP. Get out of here, Yo. Really cool design, but again, monochromatic. Then you have, was rejected from Naruto, Sara Madara, Kairu, monochromatic, gold, silver on silver. I like the dreads, but they just have a generic look. I'm not seeing it, so we're going to put them over here in RIP. Nah. Breezing right along. Now, our big thing is Nishioka Hajime. Now, Nishioka Hajime, I feel like they're on a maybe Nishioka. I feel like they could go several different directions with Nishioka. He may end up getting disqualified, and then they just bring back Kunigami. That's probably not going to happen. Or they'll just disqualify him and then not replace him because Blue Lock. They're like, we got to cull people anyway. So it might be one of those things where Nishioka does not make it. Nishioka could offer some competition to Chigiri. That might be an interesting storyline where it's like, oh, I hurt my knee, you've hurt your knee. We kind of have this in common. Or I think one of two things will happen. Either Nishioka will have like this big arc and overcome his injury and make his way into the top 11 and knock somebody that we care about out, like maybe Chigiri, or they're going to heal up, but then maybe they're facing a character like Chigiri. I'm thinking Chigiri just because I'm trying to find my place to make Chigiri stay in the top 11, and I'm struggling a little bit. And if you have the injury angle, it would be cool to see them go head to head. But then Nishioka is beaten by Chigiri because he's afraid of his injury resurfacing, and Chigiri's already gotten over it, so it's like a teachable moment there. I feel like that could happen. I don't think Nishioka's going to make it. And plus, the idea that somebody that's like the Messi of Tokyo soccer getting kicked out would make it kind of a big deal and further cement the 11 that we have. Then it gets hard because, as you can see, we have several left. But we only have 2 spots, which is a problem. So we have Raichi. Look at how beautiful he is. Look at how serene. What a serene, calm Tasmanian devil he is. What a serene, calm Wolverine that we have baring his teeth at us. I kind of think Raichi's going to make the top 11. I've been kind of secretly rooting for him this whole season as I've come to like his character because he's basically Baro but funny. The Baro fans are going to be like, you bitch. I'm like, no, Baro's not funny. I mean, Baro is mature. And here's the thing. Baro and Raichi in the same space is going to be such a combination because Raichi's just pissed all the time, but Baro kind of has a reason for it. Raichi's always mad for no reason, and Baro actually legit expresses why he's angry. So I could just see Baro just being like, shut up. So we'll see. But I'm going to put Raichi down. I'm going to put him down for now. I feel like we are going to put him on there and just see where we go. Now, here's the problem. I don't think that Gagamaru Gin is going to make it. He's too pure for this world. No. I feel like Aryu and Gagamaru and Chigiri and all them are all kind of with similar abilities. So when it comes down to picking the top ranked characters, I feel like Gin is going to fall. And then he's going to go and hang out with Naruhaya. So I don't think Gin's going to make it. And I don't think that the Junichi, the Wanima brother, is going to make it either. I think he's going to be swimming with the Crocs. I think that, part of my heart says to put him in the maybe category because he has a cool design and plus he's kind of funny. But Raichi, it would be kind of a nice storyline if Raichi got close to Gin and Wanima and then had to leave both of them behind. We'll see. Plus, it would kind of suck if both brothers that were twins got kicked out of soccer. And Wanima seems to have beef with Chigiri. Everybody's gunning for Chigiri in my mind. But Chigiri, be on lock. Your spot is up for grabs. I do want to note these other 2 characters on their team. The one with like the skunk hair. It's like the white hair and then the half black, half white and the white eyebrows. He kind of looks like Aomine from not Aomine from Crocus Basketball, but he looks like from, you guys know what I'm talking about, from Haikyuu. He's on Datako. Is it Aoi? But anyway, he looks like the big middle blocker from Datako in Haikyuu. Kyohei. Shiguma Kyohei. I don't think he's making it. I think he's just there. Now, the one guy that looks like Bob Ross, half him and then half like 70s porn star, Tanaka Shingen, he's ranked 5, which is pretty high up there. I'm like, okay. So he might have some interesting abilities. I'm going to put him in the maybe. I think that Shingen has some cool abilities that he might showcase in the season, but I don't see him making the top 11. But I do love his giant, massive fro. Then we have Igarashi. Oh my god, Igarashi. I can't believe he made it. What an injustice in the world. What cruelty. What a dark timeline we live in that Igarashi made it. And Igarashi made that team, but Kunigami was not chosen. The fudge. I feel like nobody wanted to be on a team with Suntan Man. Nobody wanted to be on a team with him. And Igarashi's like, you seem strong. I'll do anything to win. And Suntan Man was like, will you stroke my ego? And he's like, I'll do it anytime you want to. And he was like, fair, we're on a team. And that's how it went down. And I feel like Igarashi has just kiss-assed his way to staying on this team and making it to the top 35. But let's be real. I don't think Igarashi's making the top 11. No. I think that he's going to get close. And I think he's maybe potentially going to get close to kicking one of these top 11 out. And then, like, Isagi and Rin, like, kick his ass. I don't know. I don't want Igarashi to make it because he came in so cocky. He was like, amen, and, like, walked in. I was like, bitch, what? No, I didn't even notice him. I was like, get him out of here. Then we have the two characters that are the monochromatics. They are the monochromatics. They're the blue. They're Minun and Plusle. Oh my god. You know those Pikachu knockoffs from Pokemon? Minun and Plusle? They're both like beige, and one has like the blue negative and one has the pink positive signs. They are Minun and Plusle. Oh my god. Nope. I love them. I love them both in their designs. I'd love to hear them talk, but they're going nowhere. No. So Tetsu, nah, get him out of here. Tetsu's our Minun boy, and then Plusle is a Kurono Ranze, which they're ranked 4th. So, I mean, not ranked bad, but again, then you have Suntan Man who's 111. So, I mean, I don't put a lot of stock in the rank number because I think that's all just calculated weirdly, and I don't trust Ego's algorithm. So, with the exception of Rin, who being number 1 makes sense. Yeah, I don't think Ranzi's going to make it. We're going to put them under the no, but we'll see. Then we still have this one spot, right? We have 2 left. We have Rayo. And I know I said that. Rayo is monochromatic too, but he's purple, bitch. Purple's royal. Purple Kool-Aid, purple jam, grape jelly, blackberry jelly. I don't care if Ray is monochromatic. No. If we go by the monochromatic curse, then Rayo's in trouble, but I feel like it's a much better color. So we have Rayo that's on there, and then we have Sun Bleach Bitch. So here's the thing. I've really thought about this. I don't know about Rayo. I feel like the last spot, Rayo could be in there, but I think that vying for that spot is going to be the other character that is going to be Shido Ryusei, who is a 3rd year included on that. They are voiced by the same voice actor as frickin' Gojo. So, of course they are. Of course they are. So then we have Ryusei. Now, there's a huge part of me that's like, oh, Ryusei will be part of the top 11. And somebody that we know and love from here is going to get bounced out for Ryusei to be on that group. And I'm going to be really pissed about it. But then the other part of me is like, Ryusei is a really cool character design, really good voice actor. They could just be a season 2 only character where they're trying to vie for that 11th spot. And like maybe Rayo has their character development in that moment and is like, no, bitch, I'm not going to let you take this spot. You chose me, but I'm not choosing you. Bye, bitch. And I'm going to stay with Nagi, not you. And kicks him out. I don't know. I feel like either Isagi or Bachira or Chigiri or Rayo are all going to have beef with his character. And one of them is going to end up kicking his character out of the top 11. And that's going to be like the season finale or like the mid-season finale when they're deciding characters. And it's like the mid-season finale and they're like, bye, no, you're not part of the top 11. We are. I feel like of all the maybes, Ryusei is my one that I feel like could genuinely knock out one of these. But I don't know. So my top 11 picks are Rin, Isagi, Baro, Kinyu, and Tobito. Although I feel like Kinyu and Tobito could easily be replaced by Ryusei. Feel like that's a possibility. Just going to put it out there. But I would like Kinyu and Tobito over Ryusei if it was my choice. And then Bachira, Nagi, Chigiri, Nico, Raichi, Rayo, and that was my group. I feel like of all of these, my fears are Chigiri, Nico, Raichi, and Rayo. These 4 I feel the most like insecure about. I don't know. I feel like I should be confident about Chigiri, but I'm not. And I can't tell you why. I just don't feel confident with Chigiri. I hope that I'm proven wrong. I hope that I'm proven wrong for doubting any of them. But there's so many of these maybe characters. And so many of these that I was like, oh yeah, they're out. The thing about Blue Lock is you can never predict it because we don't know. The thing about it is the majority of these characters, we don't know their backstory. We don't know what their matches have been like. We don't know what their abilities are. We don't know how they generate chemical reactions. We don't know any of that. So it's going to be a lot of fun to see where that goes. So yeah. But I'm super excited. I hope y'all are too. Those are my predictions. I'm probably wrong, but we'll just wait and see. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So, yeah, in the meantime, I hope that you save this video, mark it down, keep it safe. And then as soon as the Blue Lock movie comes out to streaming, I will definitely be reacting to it. And then if we get like a trailer, like a full-on trailer for season 2, I may watch it. I may not watch it. We'll see. I'll have the moderators check it out. But no, as soon as season 2 comes out, it will be a simultaneous run. I'm not waiting on that. No way. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts down below. I'm not sure what you're going to talk about without spoiling me, but you can just say, ho, 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 Romania, we shall see. And that'd be enough. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Take care. And yeah, I'll be back hopefully soon with more Blue Lock. Bye.